Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to Coffee with Eddie. Throughout the year, we're going to be having some interviews with some past clients of mine so that we can discuss what the process was like for them. You know, moving is one of those things that is not done very often, and it's somewhat of a daunting task. So this is going to be able to give you kind of a behind the scenes look of what happened through those processes, how we got through some of those challenges, and how we ultimately were able to find them the perfect home for their family. So along the way, you talked about a few bumps and bruises. We had a couple of run-ins with some for sale by owners that didn't go exactly well.
Sure. Yeah, that was kind of early on in the process of looking for a house. And when we looked at a handful, we were coming across like, oh, this one we didn't like for whatever reason. But then we walked into one, we really liked it. And it was by owner. It was the one. And when we were there, the owner was sitting on the front porch. It was a nice summer day. And he had the windows open. And come to find out, he was listening to what we were talking about. And ultimately, he used our bid that we ultimately put on that house against us because he gave it out to somebody else. He didn't have to abide by the rules that realtors have to in regards to ethics and such on being straightforward with not only the buyers and the sellers, just making everything go forward. And he didn't have to abide by them rules, and it really impacted us, and we lost out on the house.
And then we had another run-in.
Same thing. It was another for sale by owner, and we should have knew on that one because it was on the market, and then it was off, and then back on. And what happened was the deal fell through on the previous buyers, and lo and behold, it may have been because of what the sellers were doing. And what it was is they wanted us to allow a lease back for over 4 months in this market. And we said no to the lease back, and they ended up pulling the deal out from underneath us. And that was their prerogative because they were doing it by owner. They didn't have to abide by ethics and go back and forth to
Had things in writing.
Nope.
Didn't seem to matter to them.
Nope.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think a lot of people don't realize the value of dealing with a licensed professional because there is a code of ethics that they have to abide by. And unfortunately, we had to go through it and learn the hard way that not everybody is going to be treated fairly with a for sale by owner.
Sure. And when you're selling a house, you may be in a better position to be able to do that with by owner. But when you're going to look for a house as a buyer, it makes it really advantageous to have a realtor on your side, opening them doors for you, making those calls, looking at those comps, figuring out the best price when it comes to buy a house. It makes it really worth it.